Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the Leah Yahudah radio show live in Warsaw, Poland. That's right. You heard me. I'm back in the studio in my beautiful Warsaw, Poland, and it is hot outside. So keep your water bottles. Put you some water in the freezer. When you go out, it will be nice and crunchy and a big chunk of ice, and you'll have some nice water. Ice water, okay? So before we get started, I just want to, as usual, give our praises to my Creator, the Most High Yahudah. Yahudah is the Creator of the heavens, the earth, the seas, and all that is within them. There is Yahuwah alone created. Yes, no sidekicks. None. Just the mighty Yah. So I just want to thank Yahuwah. No debating here, so I may say Yahweh, Yah. I just want to thank my Creator for this time and this space and this place. On my journey, 5 years away from America, I give praises to Yah, walking upright, living amongst different nations, and I thank and I praise Yah once again for life, health, and strength, the lives, health, and strength of my children, their children, my parents, family members, you all, my family online as well. Love you all, miss you all as well. It's just so much going on, and time is just going so fast. I can barely keep up with it. But the Most High Yahuwah is moving, I'm telling you. So all praises to our sovereign King. Praise Yah. And I also want to add, as usual, that my daughter and I are covenant keepers of Yah. Yes, we are. So there's just a certain way we live and certain things we don't do anymore. And these and being a covenant keeper has saved my life. So praise Yah. And I also want to give a love dedication to my children, grandchildren back in America. I love you all, my parents, family. I miss you all, and may the mighty Yahuwah keep you all in perfect peace in these trying times. We're all going to need Yah. So before we get started, once again, welcome. So today's show, it's very emotional and touching, and the title of this show is called, HR 40, Another Case Study, Black Pain, No Action. Take that in. Let it resonate. HR 40, Another Case Study, Black Pain, No Action. No action. So you may ask me, and I'm asking you, do you know what HR 40 is? And let me say once again real quick, introduce myself. For new people, my name is Leah. I was born and raised in the United States of America, where I was raised. My parents, family, loved ones, they are still there right now. And I decided to leave because I felt that that place was not safe. And according to my holy scriptures, it's not safe. And the Creator was telling me to get out of there with my daughter. So we are 5 years out of America, never to return. So I just wanted to state that. Okay, so we're talking about today, what is HR 40? Okay, and this is something here for United States citizens. So HR 40 is a bill introduced in the United States House of Representatives. It was first introduced in 1989 by Representative John Conyers Jr. of Michigan and has been introduced again in nearly every Congress since then. So this bill is named after the phrase, quote unquote, 40 acres and a mule, a reference to General William T. Sherman's special field order number 15. Order number 15 issued near the end of the Civil War. Yes. issued near the end of the Civil War that order temporarily set aside land for some formerly enslaved families, but most of the land was later returned to previous owners. So H.R. 40 does not in itself award reparations, so let's say that. Instead, it purposes creating a commission to study the institution of slavery in the United States. Like, how long have they been studying black pain? This here show is very dear and close to me because as a lady, a woman who travels and been living in different countries, speaking to different people, I tell you, there's a silent genocide going on to people of color in the United States of America, and it's only going to take one to save, to deliver, to pay a recompense to the wickedness, and that's the Creator, Yah. They study the institution of slavery in the United States, study the domestic slave trade, study the legal, political, economic, and social effects of slavery, examine discrimination that continued after slavery, including the era of Jim Crow, study the continuing effects on descendants of enslaved people, make recommendations to Congress for possible responses. This is bull crap. Crap. H.R. 40 is nothing. It's nothing but someone getting up to go to work and study black people, or people of color in America is what I'm talking about, because this is where this bill is. It's nothing. It has done nothing for us. It has done not anything. And as a descendant of slaves, yes, I am, through the transatlantic slave trade, my ancestors came through. This bill has done this has done nothing at all. It's done nothing to help us. The government, they aren't doing anything. They all work together, and I'm trying to tell people, but nobody wants to hear. They tell you to shut up. We don't want to hear this. So they're just going to keep on studying, I guess, and keep on studying and keep on studying and study. That's all they do is study. They don't do anything. So my thing is, why would I, as a descendant of slaves, why would I want to stay in America, live in America, raise my child, a girl, in America, when there's no help, there's no justice, there's no persecution for the wickedness that's going on against people of color in the United States of America at all. Okay? And it's only going to take divine intervention for this to be solved, for this problem to be solved. That's the only way I can see it. Okay? So, again, study the institution of slavery in the United States. They studying domestic slave trade, studying legal, political, economic, and social effects. They examining discrimination. But what are they doing? What y'all doing? You're not doing nothing for people of color in America. You're not doing anything. It's a silent genocide. Nobody gives a damn. That's what I said. Nobody cares. Because I speak to people all over the world and nobody cares. And I was really ticked off. I spoke to a Chinese guy and he said, "Oh, that happened 100 years ago. They're not doing that." I'm like, yo, dude, they still murdering innocent black people in America. They just murdered a 1-year-old like maybe 2 or 3 months ago now and shot a black young boy in his back. Like, really? I mean, when it's only going to take divine intervention for this. That's the only thing I can see. Studying the continuing effects, studying and making recommendations. They aren't doing a thing. And as a woman, a mother of color, what kind of woman would I be? You know, born in America, labeled an African American, so-called, you know, because I don't know what that is, an African and an American, but we'll say whatever. That's what they have documented. I'm just saying, so-called African American, which is a byword, a proverb. A mother, I am a grandmother, a daughter, a servant of Yah. What kind of person, woman would I be not to speak truth on this matter, this subject? This is dear to me because I speak to all types of people around the world, and most don't even care. Most don't care at all. They don't care about the genocide, the silent genocide in America that's been going on since we were kidnapped, our ancestors, and came through the transatlantic slave trade and scattered. But I'm speaking directly to this Congress in the United States of America with this H.R. 40 bill that sucks. It does nothing, helps no one. All they do is go to work and write on paper. That's it. So let me tell you, I don't practice any religion. I am not into religion. However, I have traveled many lands since 2021, speaking to many people, and yes, it is a silent genocide, so don't tell me it's not. Most people are unaware, and some humbly, they really don't know. Most people could care less. I mean, they give me the smirks on their face, and it's like, oh, well, they're murdering y'all. Oh, well, we don't want you around here anyway. Okay, but the divine intervention is going to come through, and his name is Yah. That's what I'm saying. All they do is study in the United States Congress. I'm speaking to America. All they do is study the pain of the descendants of the transatlantic slave trade. That's all they do is study, while never doing anything, taking a little paycheck. And they have the audacity and the nerve to ask, why is this happening to us in America? Why are all these earthquakes, volcanoes, why are things turning up and getting worse? Well, it's going to get worse, baby. It's going to get worse. That's all you all do. You haven't done anything. You're arrogant. You have an ego problem, and you don't care. You don't care at all about humanity. All you do is study the pain of the descendants of the transatlantic slave trade while never doing a gosh darn thing about it. You don't do nothing and have the nerve to ask me why I left America. Why the heck would I stay there? Why would I stay in a country that's murdering people that look like me? I speak to so many Uber drivers and regular people, and it makes them think. And then they can't say anything. Yeah, because when it's not happening to you, why would you care, right? Well, my creator, Yahudah, or as some say, Yahweh, he loves justice. Right. Yahudah loves justice. So I call for justice, that the supreme creator being will judge this matter. So let's just take a look here at this H.R. 40. Yeah, because it's doing nothing again. Nothing I see here that is helping the descendants of the transatlantic slave trade. The bill has been discussed for more than 3 decades. Like, what the freak? Y'all been discussing this for more than 3 decades while you still murdering people. That's why I say it's the same people. When are people of color in America gonna wake up and say enough is enough? You do not. No one has to live in America and put up with a narcissistic government, wickedness, calling good evil and evil good. I be darned. So if you all want to sit there, more power to you. Don't be mad at me for leaving, because you could have left long time ago. This warning has been out. This bill has been discussed for more than 3 decades, it says. It has advanced through committee at times, but has never become law. It never become law. One important point to understand is this. Because H.R. 40 has never become law, the commission itself has never been created. Boy, this is a joke. The American dream, justice for all. Bull shickety shack crap. Bull crap. First of all, you're not even human in their constitution. A third or a 3/5 or whatever it is. So why would I want to live in a country like that? America is finished. I don't care who hears this. America is finished. If you have any sense, you will get your family and go, or get yourself and separate and leave. The commission itself has never been even created. That means there is no ongoing H.R. 40 commission budget and no official federal total for money spent operating such a commission. There have been hearings, staff work, testimony from historians and experts. They don't do nothing because they're the people that's destroying the descendants of the slave trade. Yeah. Legislative debate, but there is no published figure showing billions or millions spent by H.R. 40 commission because that commission never existed. Well, I be darned. Wickedness. So the question many people ask is not how much has the commission spent? The question is, why has Congress debated this proposal for more than 35 years without creating the commission? This is a question for lawmakers and for the American public to consider. I mean, this is disgusting. This is a baby being murdered. Nobody does anything. A boy being shot in the back, just murder after murder. George Floyd in front of the whole world telling you he can't breathe while this man is on his neck. I mean, Sonia Massey calls for help. She ends up losing her life. Like, what the freak? What? What are we going to do? What? We better call on Yah. That's what we're going to do. That's what I'm going to do. It's enough of dancing and singing and marching. When y'all going to wake up out there? The Reconstruction Amendments. After the Civil War, 3 constitutional amendments changed American law in significant ways. The 13th Amendment, 1865. The 13th Amendment abolished slavery and involuntary servitude except as punishment for a crime after conviction. They've been punishing us forever over there. Why would I stay there? Look at the jailhouses, the prisons overflowing with people of color. To hell with America. That's what I said. I mean, aren't you all mad about this? Am I like the only like a few of us angry about this? It says right here that many scholars have discussed this exception because prison labor continued after the Civil War, and historians have written extensively about convict leasing and forced labor in the late 19th century. It's no way. Me personally, I'm traumatized. I have PTSD. I can't. I would never, ever return to America, ever. I don't care if you go, Leah, here's $45 million. I'll tell you to keep it because I'm not interested. All my blessings will come from Yah. And my struggle is real, and I'll just keep going this way until Yahudah changes things for me. I'm not interested in America. And I guess that's amazing and beautiful that I never owned a home. I never owned any land. Never. Just a poor old slave, a descendant of a slave. And I guess that's why it was so easy for me to walk out of that place with my child, while others are trying to compete and keep up with the Joneses and have this and that there. Wake up. Nobody's going to help you when things hit the fan, and that's what's going on. No one's going to help you. They don't care. They're showing you to your face. They tell you over and over, but you continue to not care. So more power to whoever you are. So the 14th Amendment, 1868, the 14th Amendment established that people born or naturalized in the United States are citizens. It also guarantees due process of law and equal protection of the laws. The Equal Protection Clause became the foundation for many later civil rights court decisions challenging racial segregation and discrimination. There's no equal rights. You can see it. Carmelo Anthony, 35 years in prison for defending himself. There's nothing equal about your rights. A police officer squeezing the breath out of George Floyd while the whole world looks instead of someone popping the cap in the police officer's head. That would be righteous judgment. That's wickedness, what happened with George Floyd. I mean, like, why would I want to stay in America? I have PTSD. And if you don't, I'm sorry. Maybe you love the system, the beast system, but I don't. The Equal Protection Clause became the foundation for many civil rights